Welcome to the second episode of Untitled Wrestling. I'm going to be discussing a number of things from this past Monday's 3-hour Raw. It appears that WWE finally came to their senses and fired Mike Adamle. I'm not trying to insult Adamle, but he just wasn't cut out for the business in any way. But now they appear to have brought in Stephanie and Shane to take over for Adamle, which if history has proven us anything, it will either be over the top entertaining or a complete flop. For all the hype it got, I figured the match between Miz and Morrison and DX would be a whole lot more entertaining. The pre-match promo that DX cut was worlds better than the match itself was. This past Monday night we got to see the in-ring return of Randy Orton. And of course, in traditional Orton fashion, he delivered greatness and beyond. The match with Punk was a solid, good match. The match at the ending got screwed because of Ted DiBiase Jr., but at least Orton punted that little bitch's head right off. Of course, after the break, Rhodes and Manu caught up to Orton, tried to act big like they were going to do something about what he just done to Ted, and of course, they bitched out just like Ted would have. The Undertaker made his return to Raw this past Monday against JBL. The match itself was boring. I mean, the two of the best in the business, and it was basically a jobber match. I did like the finish where JBL thought he could just slink away, and then Shawn Michaels tossed him in and let Undertaker finish the job, which this is probably lead into a HBK versus JBL feud ending at Survivor Series. This past Monday we seen Goldust for the third or fourth time since Cyber Sunday, and from what I've heard that he has signed a contract with WWE, which I'm glad because I've always been a huge fan of Dustin Rhodes. It's when he's just being himself and when he's being Goldust, or for the short period in TNA as Black Reign. He is one of the best promo men when it comes to his work as Goldust, and his in-ring skills are above average in my opinion. After the Kane, Mark Henry versus Rey Mysterio and Kofi Kingston match this past Monday, we've seen a Kane attacking Rey outside the ring and Khali coming down. To many people, they probably thought Khali was going to come down and help Kane, but he turned face and helped out Mysterio by helping Mysterio demolish Kane. I've been seeing this happen for quite some time. To me, it seems like they're trying to rush Khali through as many gimmicks as they can because of his bad knee trouble that he's been having, so they can get as much out of him while they still can and while he's still able to compete. This past Monday night, Chris Jericho regained the world title by defeating Batista in the cage match, which was a whole lot better than I expected it to be. I figured it was just going to be a back and forth match with Batista coming out on top. I really didn't see Jericho winning it at all. Jericho pulling off a piece of a cage itself was something I've never remember seeing in any cage match. It was a bit of a different twist on it, and I was glad to see that it wasn't just another boring cage match. We found out this past Monday that John Cena is getting a title shot at Survivor Series. To me, he doesn't deserve a title shot. He's been on an injured reserve list for quite some time. He doesn't deserve to be back in the main event the night he comes back. The Royal Rumble thing was a bit of a surprise, and I liked what they done with that. I'm not a fan of Cena. I've never been a fan of Cena ever since his debut match with Kurt Angle. I have never been a fan of his. His in-ring skills are lacking, but his promos are where he shines, and that's why they didn't push. That's why Jericho won the match against Batista. I'm guessing they figured that Cena versus Jericho wouldn't need as much hype as Batista versus Cena would because of Jericho's above par in-ring ability. You may have noticed I did not have any music up when the show came on today. I am taking out music because YouTube seems that they don't want other people using songs of different artists and stuff. So until I get an original track down for my theme song on this show, I am not going to have any music until that point. My friend Kyle Cage, you can check him out at www.myspace.com/Kyle Cage. He's going to help me come up with a theme for this show. That's it for this episode of Untitled Wrestling. I'll see y'all next week.